Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. So today I'm going to talk about a very interesting topic because a lot of you have mixed questions about this, whether only diet is what we do or only diet is what your child needs and whatnot. So today's live is just all about it. I'll answer a lot of questions that I get asked pretty regularly about diets and everything in between. So stay tuned. Assalamu alaikum Jannatul. How are you doing? Thank you for stopping by. This is our live and I missed you a lot. I can see Fahmida Apu also here. Assalamu alaikum Apu. So today we are doing an English live, okay? Because I have been doing a lot of Bangla lives and my English speaking and understanding friends have been missing me a lot. So I am here. All right. So today's topic is diet everything? Walaikum assalam. Okay. So is diet everything that your child needs to be able to thrive and be successful? No. Diet is not everything. Diet is an important part. Diet is an important structure, an important foundation. But diet is not totally the full spectrum of support that our children needs. Okay? Here is why. So when a child has neurodiverse brain, what happens is the brain has the processor of the brain is a little different. And also our children, thank you so much. Okay. So also our children, they have a lot of other needs which usually remains unmet, unmet. How? Because through diet, what we are giving them nutrition. We are ensuring that they can digest their food properly. We are ensuring that their body is able to assimilate and absorb the nutrients properly. Okay, but what happens is your child and you also, we are always being exposed to environmental toxins. We are always exposed to things that are chemical in nature that harms our body. For example, it can be medicines, it can be drugs, it can be chemicals, it can be pesticides, it can be even elements, metals like lead, arsenic, and other stuff like that. Okay. So if this modern life, the modern life that we live, our touch with nature is a lot less. Okay, we have a lot less touch with the nature. So our lifestyle has become a lot more frantic, more rushing, more stressful, and also very much constricted. Okay, and on top of that, when we are having pandemic, we have to be homebound all the time, most of the time at least. Okay, our children are doing classes from home, so everything is online based. We are getting less time and less exposure to outside and nature. So that's another stuff that we lack in our modern life as an autism parent. So our children, for their survival, they need some support. But for thriving, what do I mean by thriving? By thriving, what I mean is, let me backtrack and tell you like this. Okay, so for our children to be able to speak, to be able to communicate, to be able to have a calm behavior, not having tantrums and meltdown every 10 minutes, to be able to sleep properly, poop properly, to be able to have friends, mix with people, not have social anxiety. All of those things are actually needed for every human being to have a successful life, to be independent. Okay, so as an autism mom, our first autism mom or dad, because I have been having a lot of dads lately, and they ask me like, why do I always talk about mom? Why don't I talk about dads? So I talk about moms because I'm a mom and I work with moms, so that's why a lot of times I actually talk just mom's point of view. So what our children need is not just diet. A diet part will help your child to get the nutrients needed for the brain to develop, but your child also needs social support. Your child also needs emotional support. Your child also needs physiological support. And your child also needs mental support from you guys, from the family, from friends, from schools, and from the environment in general. So whether your child is just having autism or not, every human being, despite of any age, actually needs proper nutrition. They need a proper lifestyle which helps them to achieve their mental stability, which helps them to learn things, which helps them to, have that expansiveness, have that clarity, have that vision for success, have that mission for success. Okay, so a lot of you guys ask me whether to give you a diet chart, to you guys want to avail the diet chart part that I have as a service. So I'm like, oh wait, I don't just talk about diet, I always talk about other things. I always talk about the 5 pillars, right? So where is this notion coming from that just changing diet will really be the trick? Okay, so for that you need to understand the specific need of your child's brain and body. Okay, so for the brain to thrive, for the brain to be able to process information, communicate, learn speech, learn behavior, have focus, have attention, understand and communicate, and all those things in between, the brain needs to be able to function properly. As I keep saying, that our children, they have neurodevelopmental delay. That means their development has been hindered, and is on pause or is moving very slowly. So compare that with someone who's asked to run a race with their 2 feet tied together. Do you think that that child will be able to run? He can barely walk. So imagine what you are trying to do through other modalities. You are trying to tell your child from outside, like, here is a reward, here is your chocolate, here is your toy. If you run, then I'll give you this. Do you think the child is actually learning that he should run? Or are you teaching him to be dependent on the reward? We are actually doing what? We are making the child dependent on the reward. And by doing that enough times, your child will learn some things. But the need of your child to be able to run on his own, to be able to be independent, we need to have all those structures given to him. We need to have all those support given to him in the right order. Okay, so for that, your child definitely needs a good diet. Your child also needs to be able to digest the food properly. It's not that you are giving him the best food, but he doesn't know how to chew. He doesn't know how to digest. His body doesn't know how to assimilate and absorb the nutrients. Then all the hard work of buying organic food, of preparing the food, or feeding him will be just down the drain. Okay, so your child obviously needs to have diet, as well as your child needs to have other supports, as in the detox part, whereby your child's system is adapting to new conditions. Our body actually has a lot of organs that detoxifies naturally. For example, our lungs detoxifies the air that we breathe in. Our liver detoxifies a lot of nutrients that we eat. Our kidney detoxifies the fluid of our body. And also the skin detoxifies through sweat. Okay, so a human being's body is actually designed in a way that it can detoxify itself. But for some kids, for a lot of our autism kids, what happens is that the detoxification system is not running well, and we need to help them properly to be able to detoxify themselves. Okay, so apart from the detoxification, I always talk about the third pillar, which is the lifestyle. Okay, so what lifestyle is how you balance his life, how you teach him things, how you make sure that he is getting the right exposure, he's getting the right. Walaikum assalam, Dika. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, do you have any question? We are talking about diets and everything in between. Okay, all right. So as I was saying, apart from the diet, your child needs the detox, your child needs a good lifestyle support, your child needs to have proper parenting support. Because if you, let's say I give you a gadget and it understands French language, but you have been trying your best to use Bangla or English to make it function, will you be able to use that gadget? Not that much, right? Because the functioning of the brain, the language of the brain is a little different than neurotypical brain. Okay, so which is why we need that conscious parenting piece, which is why we need the parent understanding the child's need and also the condition of the child. Because a lot of the times we think autism is a disease that we can cure. It's not the case. Autism is not a disease that you can cure. It's a disorder which often hinders the progress of a child to be independent, to become successful in life. Okay, a lot of the time I say this thing, majority of what autism children struggles with are temporary in nature. Means if they are temporary, then we can recover those milestones, we can recover those struggles back. And some part of being an autism child is permanent. So for those traits, for those struggles, we can manage them very well. For example, if a person becomes diabetic, then what we can do is we can manage diabetes. The person who once becomes diabetic suddenly does not become non-diabetic. Okay, you understand? A person who has diabetes, who became diabetic, he or she can manage the blood sugar level. He or she can actually lead a successful life if he or she follows certain procedures, certain protocols, or certain lifestyle and food preference, right? Similarly, for our children, what we can do is we can recover the temporary stuffs. And what are the temporary stuffs? If your child have problems with speech, you can recover speech, inshallah. If your child has problem communicating, understanding, focus, behavior, sleep, mood, all of those things you can recover. And by recover, I mean you can achieve healthy balance in all those things. The other parts is maybe not understanding the world for it is, not becoming too clever, not becoming too, shatir dimag and whatnot. Okay, so some part of being an autism child will be permanent, and what we can do is we can manage those things well. But majority of the problems that our children suffer or struggles through, all of those things can be recovered very easily, very naturally. Okay, so if you are on the track of trying to help your child build a good lifestyle, build a good success in life, I would suggest you to focus not just on diet, but also focus on the lifestyle. Also focus on making sure that the body is not exposed to chemicals that much, but making sure that you are giving him the right support by giving him the right lifestyle pieces, the right parenting pieces, the right emotional support. Because if your child sees you and your husband or you and the other people in the house not having a harmonious relationship, then what happens, it pressurizes the child, it creates stress in the child, and it hinders the progress of the child. Okay, so please ensure and make sure that you are giving all those lovely pieces to your child. So not just focused on the diet and the diet chart, because diet chart is just a part. your child needs more than just a diet chart. Okay, your child needs more than just a diet chart, and definitely we can help you with that. We have a guide section full of all the trainings that I have made, and I am planning to make a lot of trainings on helping you develop all those pieces in your daily to life after Eid. And before Eid, this is going to be my last live. Oh, this there is this azan going on, and azans in Bangladesh are mashallah pretty powerful and strong, and it's hard to hear through them. Anyways, so today will be the last live of mine before Eid. After that, I'm going for 4 or 5 days off, because I have been having a lot of work recently, because mashallah a lot of you have joined us in our basics and also in our foundation. So I wanted to come in here and give you guys a little like an activation, or little activation to help you achieve your dreams, help you achieve your goals, and be able to be one step closer to your goals and your dreams. Because you know what? It's totally possible. If you are struggling now, that does not mean you have to struggle lifelong. And this does not need to be a permanent problem. It does not need to be a permanent problem, a permanent disability. Your child can totally thrive. Your child can totally be successful. You have to believe in him, and you have to understand the needs and give all those needs based on the structures needed for the body. Okay? So I want to say goodbye to you all before the end of this Ramadan. Please pray for us as I pray for you all. I would, hello Nilufa Apu, hello Fatima Apu. Thank you for coming here and hanging out with me. Okay? So as I was saying, this is going to be my last live before Eid. And I just wanted to come in here for a short time because I'm really tired. I have been talking to a lot of parents since morning, since the last, if you can understand from my tired and haggard face. Okay, so life as a parent, autism parent, is already hectic, is already stressful, but we can make it easier for us, and we deserve to make it easier for us. Our children deserve to have a healthy, normal life. Thank you, Apu. Our children deserve to have a healthy, normal life. Just because your child have autism does not mean he is destined to be disabled, does not mean he is destined to be laughed out at, does not mean he will have a shrinking, small life. No. We are all about helping you guys, activating you guys, making you dream bigger, achieve bigger, and be successful. Okay, so in this Ramadan, today is the 27th, so the last few days, let's keep on praying, let's keep on asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for more guidance, for more support, to help us see the solution and to give us ability. For those of you who really want to join us, but you are struggling financially, or maybe not getting the support from others, or others not understanding your point of view, take this time to pray for you, to pray for yourself, to pray for others, to understand, so that they understand your point of view, so that understand that your child needs all those support as soon as possible. Okay, and also take this time to not just be all stressed. Eid comes once a year. Okay, so feel free, have a blast, enjoy your time with your loved ones. Although it's very extremely hot here in Bangladesh, oh my god, I am literally being boiled from inside and out, if you guys can understand. I do feel for you, but whether we are hot, whether we are humid, we are still with our friends and family. So enjoy your Eid, enjoy your Ramadan, and don't just focus on the diet. Okay, so diet is an important part, it's the foundational piece, but it's not everything. Okay, it's not 100% everything that your child needs. Your child needs other stuff as well, as I was saying. So let's take this a break, as I'm taking a break. Take a break, enjoy Eid, enjoy your holidays, enjoy being with your children. Try to avoid sugar as much as possible. Some tips for you guys. Try to avoid milk based food. If you want to prepare anything for your children or child that is milk free, use almond milk, use cashew milk, or use nuts instead of grains, and prepare your stuff for your child. Because sometimes we feel like life has to be very constricted. It doesn't have to be. You just have to have that smartness to alter things that needs to be altered, and to accept the responsibility that things needs to change. Accept the responsibility that things need to change, okay? Because a lot of the times we actually don't accept the responsibility. We just go with the flow. We just think that, after 4 years, after 5 years, your child will start speaking. It's okay. So and so started speaking late, and someone else did some modalities, and then they're having a powerful life, successful life. I'm not saying everything works for everyone, but there are some key pieces that is essential for everyone on the spectrum, okay? So it might feel like I'm babbling, I am very tired. Amare bhalo moton rojaye dhorse. Okay, so thank you very much for being with me. Thank you. I really appreciate the full Ramadan that you guys were with me with the live. I have tried my best to come out of my shell of being self-conscious, of being shy. I tried my best to share my point of view. I tried my best to share what I do. I might have hurt some of you. I'm sorry for that. It was not intentional. I am foremost a human being. I have my own shortcomings. I have my own boundaries. And you know what? The last 35 years, I actually did not lead a life with boundaries. And I was sad most of the time. So this year, I have finally grown up. Okay, 27th was my birthday. So I turned 35. And I have promised to myself that from now on I will be having clear boundaries with everyone, and I encourage you all to have boundaries as well. Boundaries are not wrong, okay? Boundaries will help you actually thrive, okay? So have boundaries, enjoy your life, enjoy your Eid. I am sorry if I have hurt any one of you. It was not intentional. I am a very passionate person. I'm a very passionate coach. I have been a teacher for 16 plus years, so that teacher part of me sometimes comes a little strong, okay? So I hope you will pardon me. Bless you and your family in this Eid and Ramadan. Pray for us. I'll see you after Eid. I'll try to come in a short live, just to say Eid Mubarak to you all, because I'll miss you guys a lot. Amar jonno dua korben. I'll come back soon. Okay, and if you have any question, please let me know in the comments. I will come back and I will answer to you guys. Okay, with that being said, Allah Hafiz, bhalo thakben. I'll talk to you soon.